What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on? What's going on? I know it has been a minute. I've been, I won't say hibernating. I've been marinating. Um, man, not very much longer in this year, and this year will be a wrap. 2019 will be over with, and 2020 will start its pace. Um, don't wait until 2020 to start making changes. Start making your changes now. Um, this time last year is when I had decided to make my changes in my eating habits and just my lifestyle in general. And it has worked out pretty good. I've had a lot of ups and downs. I've had a lot of good days, bad days. Um, I've had days where it's caused me to really reflect on the people around me, the people I call my friends. I've had to reposition some folks, even though they don't even know they've been repositioned, but they've been repositioned. Um, I've had to forgive myself. I've had to forgive others that didn't even know they offended me. I have done a lot of internal stuff this year. Now, God willing, I'll be here for next year. Um, that's when I can start doing a little bit more on work on the outside of the building. I've been doing a lot of inside work all this year. And I suggest if you're trying to do better, be different, work on the internal before you work on the external. Because a lot of times when you work on the internal, there are some of the things that are on the external that you think you need to work on that actually will just fall off. And you will be like, wow, I didn't even have to deal with that. You sure didn't. Lately I've been talking about my truths. I'm going to just go through some of the things that's on my mind. I got a lot of them. My truth today is that for all the people that I know and that I know care about me, there are days and moments and times that I still feel all alone. There are days and moments that I feel like don't nobody care. If I was, please understand, I'm not depressed, sad, and these are just sometimes how I feel. And it's just me. I'm just being real. There are moments and times I feel like that if I laid down and went to sleep tonight, that there would be no one except my father and my brother that would weep a tear that I'm gone. Now, these are just the way I feel sometimes. Sometimes I feel that God made a mistake when he told me that I was supposed to be a preacher because I'm not normal in the sense of I don't do stuff in the pulpit like everybody else does. The fact that most ministers and preachers here do not even accept me or even acknowledge me as being any kind of minister or teacher or anything like that. They just consider me just, one of the little, just a member and barely a member, just one of the body of Christ. But to have any specific calling or any specific mandate or orders, they ain't seeing it, they ain't feeling it, they ain't acknowledging it, they not saying nothing about it. They play like, not him. The Lord was tripping when he said that on him. I had to come to the realization that God will allow you to be disobedient because, and I can say it with all honesty now, the marriage that I had, God never ordained that marriage. He allowed it, but he did not ordain it. There are a lot of things in our lives that God is allowing us to be in the middle of and go through so they can teach us the difference between what he has ordained for us and what and what he will allow for you. Because a lot of times we think that it is the best thing in the world for us, and we get in there and we find out and we realize that what have I done? What have I gotten myself into? And then God has to pull us out of that thing. There is a difference between what God will allow you to get yourself into and what he has ordained you to be and to what to do and what to experience. Um, that's one of the wonderful, aggravating, frustrating things about God. God will let you get yourself in trouble, but he will not let it be to death. And I'm so glad about that. So glad about it. I go through day to day and I spend so much time by myself that I can honestly say that it is definitely, when it says it is not good for man to be alone, it is not good to not have interaction with other people. Sometimes the walls will start closing in on you. You got to get out. You got to get some air. You got to be around people. Even if you don't talk to them, just be in the midst of other people, to hear other conversations. You don't even have to always be a part of the conversation. Just being in the place. I know there's so many people that that walk with Christ that think that once you accept him into your Lord and Savior, there are places you can't go. There are places that if God don't want you to be, he'll put it on your heart for you to be like, you know what, I don't feel right here no more. It's time for me to go. Don't let people be the one to dictate where you can and cannot go. That's one thing I've always said for just years and years now. When we accept Christ, it's like all of a sudden we act like we can't go nowhere. We act like we can't go to the movies. We can't go to a ball game. We can't go play basketball on the court, down there on the foot or on the blacktop. Or we can't go sit nowhere, even though other people around us might be drinking. It's like we can't sit there because, oh no, it gives us a bad look. No, what gives you a bad look is staying in the house and being antisocial. There are places and things that if God desires you not to do them, he'll put it on your heart for you to, and he'll clean that section up for you to where you can still be who you're called to be and be in any environment. And you will be the one affecting change in that environment instead of the environment affecting you. Pay attention. Sometimes you don't even realize you go and sit amongst some people you cool with and they drink and they smoke. But while you're there, they don't drink and they don't smoke. And it ain't because you said nothing. It's just because they see you living the life that you live. They respect that you're living the life you live. And you don't force it on them. You just let them be who they are. And you just like, look, you my friend. We cool. You do what you do. I do what I do. I don't have a desire. Yeah, I used to do that, but I don't want to do that no more. I'm good on that. And it causes them to reevaluate things and to change things in their own lives. So be who you are wherever you are. Let people see how God works through you and with you. And so they can quit seeing these stuff that, be on social media and all of that where people are just so against it. I put a post up the other day. Today. If you don't know what the background behind the post, keep your comments to yourself. There are a lot of times, and I got a friend that told me about something they just did. They put up a post about somebody that they was dealing with, and people that had nothing, and they had no idea, knew nothing about it, decided that they had to comment. They were like, oh, well, don't do that, and this, that, and the other, having no idea that this was just something that was a personal comment between them and another person. And I'm going to say this to all of those that live what they call alternative lifestyles, whether they're whatever they are, lesbian, gay, whatever the case is. Just because someone uses those slurs or those words or whatever, please refrain from talking about why are you bashing, why are you beating, why are you doing, because sometimes we are talking about something that has nothing to do with your lifestyle. And it's a conversation that has flowed over into social media And we are calling them that name for a totally different reason other than what you normally hear it. So unless you know why they're using those words, please calm down. It's okay. There are a whole lot of words that you're going to hear that you may not like, but unless they're directed at you, unless they're talking to you, please calm down. Find out the backstory before you get all in your feelings. Because some of us do not have the filter to be, I won't say politically correct, but to be understanding of your feelings, and they will tell you about yourself. And then you'll be really upset, and come to find out, you'll find out that it had absolutely nothing to do with what you thought it was. That's that subject. As this year comes to a close, I'm so thankful for God to allow me to see as much of this year as I've seen. I did not realize that I had been so shut up and shut in, and that I want to hopefully this coming year be more out and about like I used to. I need to be more active. And you know what's really amazing is I'm in the process of trying to work on being smaller, losing weight, getting back up on my feet. The hardest thing that I've had to do is to do it by myself, just me and God. I love every person and I appreciate you that have offered, but just did not have the time to follow through with what they offered. Bless you for thinking enough to even offer. Appreciate it. You want to do something for me? Pray that I can get my joy back. Pray that I can get my creative juices flowing again. Because right now where I'm at, I'm in a place I've never been before. It's really different. Not depressed, but I'm tired. I get frustrated because I know that I should have more energy than I have. I should have more desire. There should be more bounce back in me than it is. But when you've been fighting so many behind the scenes battles, you get tired. And when you have to encourage yourself more times than others encourage you, it takes a lot out of you. It takes quite a while for you to get back to a really good, healthy energy level. Be mindful of those that are around you. Be mindful of those that are usually the strong ones, the ones that usually have it all together and always giving you words of encouragement or wisdom. I'm telling you a little secret. They get weak too. They get tired too. They need encouragement too. They need somebody to, from time to time, to just come and take their head and lay it on their shoulder and just tell them, hey, it's going to be all right. You know, I say this, and I've said it a few times. You know, a lot of people think that, you know, when it comes to a man and a woman, ladies, I'm going to tell you a secret. There are a lot of us real grown men. We don't want to have sex with y'all. What we really want is a safe place to lay our heads. It's not between your legs we want to lay our heads. We want to lay our head in your laps, on your stomach, on your chest, and just take a deep breath and exhale for a moment. And maybe we'll tell you what's really going on, but we need a safe place to do it. We don't have a safe place to express ourselves. We don't have a safe place to tell you how we really feeling or what's really going on with us. That's why there are so many black men that die at such a young age from stress and heart and alcohol and drugs, and because we are trying to be something and we have no release. If you have a man in your life, he ain't got to be your boyfriend, he ain't got to be your man. Be a safe place for that man to open up, to where he knows that no matter what goes on, those things that he may say are not going to be weaponized and used against him later. We need that in our lives. We need that so badly. I'm going to holler at y'all. Y'all have a good night. And if the Lord see fit to wake me up in the morning, I'll tell y'all good morning. And please, don't everybody blow up my phone when I say this. But if the Lord see fit to call me home when I lay down and go to sleep tonight, my prayer and my request for you is to live the rest of your life with the fullness of joy that God has given you. And know that if he allows me to be, I will be one of the angels looking over you. So you all have a great night. I'm going to try and get some rest. I'm going to try and get some stuff done tomorrow. I'm going to holler at y'all. Love you. Peace.